Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip. Science says talking to strangers will make you happier. 5 tips to get better at it. An expert opinion by Jessica Stillman. Layoffs, tariffs, AI disruption, polarization, looming climate disaster. There are plenty of reasons entrepreneurs might be feeling less than joyous these days. How should you counteract all these stresses dragging down your mood? Science offers no shortage of suggestions, from building up your social life to regular exercise. These are good ideas, but also long-term projects. If you're looking for an instant happiness booster, research also has a dead simple suggestion. When you go out today, just talk to more strangers on the street, in the store, or around your neighborhood. Depending on your natural level of extroversion, you may view chit-chat with strangers more like a mild form of torture than a mood booster. As an introvert, I hear ya. But the research is clear. Even people who think they'll hate talking to strangers discover it makes them happier when they force themselves to do it. Back in 2014, a team of scientists out of the University of Chicago asked volunteers to strike up conversations with their fellow commuters on the bus or train. Even if they didn't feel like it, many dreaded the assignment, telling the researchers they expected the conversations to be awkward and unpleasant. But the opposite happened. A little small talk about traffic or the upcoming game made people significantly happier. University of Sussex psychologist Gillian Sandstrom on the British Psychology Society Research Digest said, "In study after study, I've asked people to predict what will happen when they talk to a stranger. Then I make them actually talk to a stranger and report back about how it went. Consistently, these conversations go not just a little, but a lot better than people expect." You might worry that this is all fine and good in theory, but people in the real world probably won't like you very much if you accost them randomly on the street. Not so. Another big body of research confirms that people consistently underestimate how much other people like and enjoy talking to them. So many studies have found the same thing, that scientists actually have a name for the phenomenon. They call it the liking gap. I'm willing to bet that it's not skepticism about the research that's holding many people back from chatting with random people. Psychologists can wave their data around all they want, but many people still worry that they are just not very good at small talk and will make a mess of things if they try to talk to strangers. Sure, in principle, more face-to-face conversation in your day might make you less lonely and happier. But in practice, you probably fear you'll just add more rejection and stilted small talk to your life. If that's you, again, I sympathize, then help is at hand. Experts aren't just pushing you toward strangers empty-handed. They also have advice to help you get over your nerves and realize the joy of talking to more strangers. 1. Turn off your devices. Rather than default to focusing attention on your phone, try turning off its volume or setting it to airplane mode. See if you notice any changes in how you engage with other people, suggests UMass Amherst psychologist Linda Tropp on The Conversation. Your brain will probably like the break, too. 2. Adopt an innocent until proven guilty outlook. The news and general cynicism have conditioned many people to automatically suspect strangers of hostility or grouchiness. Tropp recommends you consciously adopt the opposite view and start with the assumption that people are friendly and decent. Sometimes you will be disappointed if you open with eye contact and a smile. More often, you will be pleasantly surprised. 3. Lean on the Ford method. If not knowing what to say is your biggest hurdle, then something called the Ford method can help. It's a handy acronym to help you remember tried and tested topics for small talk: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. 4. Shift your focus. Journalist Melissa Dahl, who wrote a book about social awkwardness, points out that self-consciousness makes people do awkward things, which makes them more awkward, and so on. Escape this vicious cycle by focusing on the other person instead. You'll be less nervous and more charming. 5. Leverage the environment. Talking about the weather is a small talk classic for a reason. Experts suggest you can build on this approach by using your surroundings or a person's clothing as a jumping-off point for conversation. Example, you're a Knicks fan too? My condolences, to someone wearing a team hat. Still feeling unsure? There are also about 1 million lists of icebreaker questions to help you feel more confident. Arm yourself with whatever tools and techniques you need, but get out there and connect with your fellow humans in the real world. Even if it's just a bitch about the traffic or compliment the decor, these kinds of fleeting conversations might seem small, but the science is clear that talking to strangers will both be more pleasant and have a far bigger impact on your happiness than you probably think. That's all from Inc. You can find more expert opinions from Jessica Stillman and more business and thought leaders at Inc.com. Have an enjoyable weekend, and be sure to come back on Monday for another tip from Inc.